Shalom. Call halal Yahweh Shem Shai Bahashem Rakar Kwadash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders. Salutations to all my fellow laborers doing this work in truth and sincerity, risking their lives and their freedom to do so. To the scattered elect that are scattered to the four corners of the earth, that be like unto the speckled bird, and the akwaf that are listening and learning to you, I say Shalom. This is your brother Malcolm. It's the second video of the day. Esau actually deleted the video that I did earlier. I guess it was just too hot for him. And the funny thing is, there was no imagery or anything. It was just my camera pointing at the wilderness and the highway, and me reading two scriptures and giving a list of authors that all had written about the North American Indians, the natives of the Americas, being the Israelites. It was a response to an elder apostle Tahar's video about how the Jewish rabbis said that the Native Americans were Israelites, which is true. So they deleted that one, so I'm just gonna keep it moving. I'm actually gonna redo it and do it again. I just won't mention, that S word that the imposters, that them E's over in the land of Israel hate so much. I guess I broke that word down a little bit too much for them as well. But nevertheless, I'm gonna read the scripture right here. This is Jude. In the book of Jude, verse 6, and it reads, "And the angels which kept not their first estate, but left their own habitation, he hath reserved in everlasting chains under darkness until the judgment of that great day." All right? So when that day comes, the elect are going to become gods again, which is Psalms 82, and matter of fact, let me just get it. Because this is a child coming out the womb, destroying everyone in the hospital, this image right here. That's what made me stop it, and use it. But this is Psalms 82 and 6, and it reads, "I have said, ye are gods, and all of you are children of the Most High." All right. Verse 7, "But ye shall die like men and fall like one of the princes until that great and powerful day," though. Because when that day comes, we're going to get lifted up and get that power. You're not going to see no Edomite with that thing. No Edomite getting that power. This is why they hate us so. All right? This is a real reason why they hate us so. Because they know that they know what we got coming, man. And they don't like it. So I'm going to share with you a vision that I had last night in the form of a dream. It was very vivid and very real. I just remember approaching like a restaurant, like a bar restaurant, really fancy, before it opened. And I went in looking for this woman named Lisa. Now, I have no idea who Lisa is, but in this dream, Lisa was the woman that I was looking for. And all her co-workers and staff knew that I was coming. All right? They were expecting me, but when I walked in, I kind of walked in unannounced. And there was a group of people sitting at the front counter, where the hostess greets you, and the bar was right behind that. And I said, "Hello, I'm here for Lisa." And one of them, I forget who spoke up, but and they all greeted me and said, "Yeah, we were expecting you." And it was a Moabite, that was standing right in front of me. I was on one side of the hostess bar, and he was on the other, talking to the girls and the other people that were around him. And I said, well, there's no need for you to go get her because I just let her know that I was here. And he just kind of gave me this puzzled look. And I told him I spoke to her through my mind. And he just kind of like really, he gave me this look like, seriously, dude? And I said, oh, so you don't believe me, huh? And so I spoke to him about his glasses that he was wearing. All right? He had on some glasses. They were some nice frames. And I told him how nice his frames were, but I never opened my mouth. No one else heard it, but he heard me loud and clear as if I spoke. And then he spoke out loud and said, thank you, man. And then he realized, and everyone else, they looked at him like he didn't say nothing. And he realized, wait a minute, your mouth never moved. You just looked at, so I just looked at him and told him with my mind, nice frames. And he was like, he was tripping after that. And so the girl sitting next to him like, hold up. And she was wearing a black dress. And she looked good in the dress. So I told her the same thing. Never moved my mouth. And I told her how nice she looked in her dress. And she also said, well, thank you. But yet, she quickly went through the same thing that the Moabite went through. She's tripping because she's like, wait a minute. I heard you speak, but you didn't say nothing. She's like, you're a ventriloquist. I said, no, I'm not a ventriloquist. And there was another girl on the other side of the same side of the counter that I was on. She was smoking one of those e-cigarettes. You know, one of those odorless things you can't smell or whatever. And she blew, what you call it, the circle. You know how the people that smoke, some of them can make the circle out of the smoke. And I said, do you want your circle back? And it was floating up into the, up to it disappears and dissipates. And she said, what do you mean? I said, your circle is disappearing. It's about to go away. Do you want it back? And so I reached out my hand, and the circle came to my hand. And then it formed into a ball in my hand. And I told her to hold her hand out. Now everybody is freaking out at this point. And it's like, dude, you're a ventriloquist and a magician, So next thing you know, the cook rolls up. And he's got, I don't know what you call the thing, but you know how when they cook stuff and then they put the flame right over it, they carry this device in their hand that they put fire to. It's like looks like a lighter or a torch of some type, but it's a torch that they use for cooking. So he had the torch, and I took it from his hand, and I shot the flame up into the air. And then I drew the flame back out of the air, back down into my hand, and had a ball of fire just in the form of a ball just floating over the top of my hand, and to all their amazement. All right? And everybody's just like, amazed at what's going on. And this is all through the power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Shai. Because that's what this was all about. The next thing I know, everyone looks out the window and gasps. So outside the window, there was two older women. Matter of fact, it might have been three.